The last time I looked myself in the mirror, I thanked God for personality. I then remembered that pretty girl that accepted my proposal in the 11th grade just did it out of pity. You see, she never allowed us to hold hands where people could see us. The only time I ever got to meet her in a public place is when we met in an empty class. I did ask her, I did approach her, and this is what she said, I quote, "Pardon me, have you ever taken time to look yourself in the mirror? Don't you see that acne? Even if you were me, we wouldn't even walk with you publicly, so pardon me." I asked my friends about what they think about you and I, and all they say is, as long as you're happy, so pardon me. You see, you're a funny guy and a smart guy, that's really nice. But God doesn't bless people with everything, so your face had to pay the price. Later on, I met this girl. Well, she told me that the thing we had didn't involve any strings. Little did she know that in my heart, I had started to develop some feelings. You see, we spent so much time together such that every time she wasn't around, I missed her. But when people asked her about her and I, she'd always tell them that she was my younger sister. But every single night, in my dreams, I played with her body, I caressed her, I kissed her. And every time we went for group discussions, all I could stare at was her curves that looked like two balls trying to be squeezed together. She was gracefully embodied in a body, I swear, unfortunately I was just her body. Oh, it was on a lazy Sunday when she told me that she was finally ready. I remember how my heart almost missed a beat and my pulse was unsteady. Yes, she was finally ready. She had finally healed. I know patience does pay for real, so I was a bit impatient. So I asked her when and where could we have our first date, and she told me, whoa, wait. I want advice instead. Advice instead. I remember how the happy thoughts froze in my head. Advice instead. And then she said, well, you know, there's this other guy. I remember tears started building up in my left eye. I felt like the world was ready to swallow me. I was ready to sink. And then amidst the confusion in my thoughts, she asked me, what do you think? What do I think? What do I think, Lisa? Lisa, you should have chosen me. I was there in the university's 1, 2, 3s. I turned you into an A+ student. Have you forgotten about your C's? And now you'd rather choose someone else's D. Lisa, you should have chosen me. Lisa, I helped you study topics you didn't understand. And when you were low, I gave you a helping hand. I built you brick by brick. I took you to the mountain's peak. And now you still choose to play with someone else's stick. Lisa, you should have chosen me. Lisa, you've changed me. 2 years later, Lisa has changed me. I now play with people's feelings. I now break girls' hearts like toasted bread and have them for breakfast. And once I'm done, what remains on their chest is just a mere trail of stardust. You see, before I get into anything with any girl, I ask them, are you on Nima? Because if they are unfortunate, I might have them for lunch on the side plate of Shima. It's not only the single girls, but I also go for those in relationships. I go in the pretext of best friend. You see, in order for you to make her happy, you have to send her money, but all I have to do is slide in her DMs with sweet words until she calls me honey. She tells you not to worry about me, that I'm a nobody, but ask her who plays with her body if it's not me, her body. She tells you not to worry about me, that I'm a nobody, but I'm no papa. When I go deep under the sheets, she calls me daddy. She tells you not to worry about me, that I'm a nobody. I'm not John, but her body naked have I seen her. As the wise man Jumbe once said, I hurt women because women hurt me.